Hello, 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 mic check. Hello, is it picking up? There it is, there it is. Hello, hello. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Too legit sitting on the mic. Yo, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's the boy me, Too Legit City, and we are here live. Come back with some oxygen not included. And of course, we're gonna be playing some Oni today. Back into the base to Mamba. Let me fix that camera. Let me get Mamba into the shots. He's a little bit higher up today. There we go. He's made his little post. You could see that he makes sure that the blanket all around him is a little bit higher up, so he gets to snuggle up in a little dugout. I got enough pillows there, and he just finds a good spot. And you can see the Mamba's resting. But of course, how is everyone in chat today? I see over their food. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying good mental health. Mental health is important, man. Just saying. And of course, let's get back into it. We're gonna be getting back into the base Mamba. As of the last stream, we got set up the space scanner, and we got the automation set up. And that means we are able to protect ourselves from the meteor showers. We did a couple of scans already with the telescope, so we're going to be doing a little bit of rocketry today. We're going to be building up our first designs, making a little bit of a fuel charge site for our rockets, and we're going to be going to basically grab some data banks. While doing that, we'll probably want to try to set up today a petroleum boiler, because that's going to be one of the main things we're going to need soon. Because it's going to mean that, you know, we gotta have the petroleum stockpile. Because if we don't, it's going to be a bad time. Alright, let's look at this really quick first. Everything's looking okay. Looks like the polluted ice setup that we did over here. We have a lot of polluted cold water, minus 19, minus 18, from the ice at the bottom. And we're using that to loop, right? And so far, so good. I honestly can't complain. We're cooling down the rust again, and then the mealwood's getting cooled down as a result as well. It will absorb the heat from the hot dirt that we are putting in, so that it could cool down the plant back down to a growable temperature. So that's going to be how we're doing that, since our cool slush geyser is dormant. Let me actually fix the automation, because we did put the hydro sensor now, but we didn't actually check. So above 500, there should be a drop of polluted water there, and we should be good. We were making some glass for the solar panels. I'm actually not sure how much glass we have now. We have... oh, that's not bad. We can make what? Why is it such a weird number? 2448. Did someone drop something into some of the hot regolith while we're building or something? That's a just really weird number, not gonna lie. Anyways, we are also set up the right side ready to be vacuumed out. So this is actually, yeah, we're not going to care about the temperature here. If it heats up, if it cools down, doesn't really matter at this point. This side being cool, it's not a big deal either. But it's going to be rocketry today. We have the platform location with these ladders, and we're going to be having to trim down. Let's do 3 layers for now. I legit lurking again as I get things ready for the family to arrive, but want to say thanks for being here. Hope your meetup went well yesterday. Yeah, dude, hanging out with Steph yesterday was awesome. Steph was really cool. And I was also really worried because I'm meeting one of the peoples that I met online on the interwebs, and you know how, you know what they say, right? Mama said, you know, can't trust the strangers, but meeting up with Steph was awesome yesterday. So maybe Mama was wrong. I don't want to say that though. But E-Records, take care of business. If you have family arriving, do all the things you got to do. And of course, thank you for popping in. Hope you have a great Wednesdays and enjoy the festivities if you're doing anything. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of mining today, mining out all of the Abyssalite, continuing our insulated strip. We're going to be mining down to build our first rocket. We have a space scanner. Rocket's going to be kind of tall, so we're just trying to make some space. It has to be we have to get down to this layer. By doing this as well, we could actually start vacuuming the top, right? So I am actually willing to do this. And then once we do that, we're going to mine these two, and we're going to allow the hydrogen to slip out. Appreciate the lurks, though, E-Records. Hope you have a good one. And then we're going to have to build the steam box, because we're going to put in the hot regolith right here and all the metals. And we're going to be using that to create the heat source that we want. Now, of course, we're going to probably only do regolith for now. Oh, you know what else I never actually considered? Yeah, my dupes are grabbing the shellfish after they die, and they manually stored back, I think. I should try to automate that, realistically. I really should. My dirt is slowly dwindling still. Maybe I gotta trim a little bit more. For now, though, I think it's fine. I think with the added compost we did last stream, we're gonna be a little bit better. Let's actually make everything here priority 7. So these jobs actually happen. People come in with the polluted dirt, start composting. Now, we could actually add in a new layer. We could move down the airflow tiles, get 2 more composts, get another layer of airflow tiles, oops. And then we could get more dirt to be refined. Now, the problem with that is, I don't know if I actually need that. Because we should have more than enough now to compost from the ethanol distillery, unless I just want to speed up the dirt generation process and catch up a little bit faster. So we're gonna have that. We are probably out of ethanol, so this line being connected is probably fine. Automation's going through still. Bert right there is hanging out, cool. And I think they might be storing ice right now. So we do have the volcano here. We should probably capture these Pokeshells, realistically. And then I think we need to start laddering down. So 1, 2, 3. So technically this would be pretty good. So then we're just gonna cut through the area. There is a neurovacillator here. Okay, that's cool. Someone could take that. Oh heck, coming in with the Prime! Thank you so much. And thank you so much for using your Prime on me. Enjoy the emotes, D20 dice, ad-free viewing, and of course, don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Aw heck. Thank you for using your Prime. Been waiting to use it. Oh, thank you. Saving up the Primes for me, huh? Thank you, all hack. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good... Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, I'm usually off on Wednesdays. This is one of those weird days. But I gotta make up for not streaming yesterday. Got a new job, so I can't watch nearly as often. But I'll be here when I can. Dude, congrats on the new job. Hopefully it pays well. And of course, dude, yeah. Take care of business. If you gotta, you know, do your jobs, whatever it is, the responsibilities you have now with that. Make sure you take care of that first so you can take care of yourself. And then we'll be here. Hopefully, you know, we will prosper as well. And yeah. Hopefully we'll still be here to anytime you decide to pop in. We got you all, hack. But yo, appreciate it. Thank you for the support. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of job did you get? Let's mine those 2. And then we're going to trim these 2. I might want to add some more suits over here. And then I might want to make a second entrance going to the left. So you go up and you go left or right, and then we just have a dual suit line. And then this was... if I wanted to cool down the batteries with the ice water. That's what this was. So we didn't need to do that yet. Yeah. Thanks, of course. Alright, so the pinch of pepper nuts, the pip is here. We're going to continue the planting. We're still waiting for the vacuum over here. The vacuum is spreading out pretty well, so I'm not even mad. And we're going to redo the suits. We're going to add a new suit line from here so that we could have a single ladder on the side. And we're gonna probably remove this line right here. The baker at the moment is just temporary until I get back into tree work. Company I used to work for lost contract and they had to lay people off. Oh, that sucks. So right now you're making fresh buns, all hack. I see you over there. Now you can tell people that I got the freshest buns in the business. Heck yeah, dude, man. All the puns. Was your father a baker? Because you got some nice buns. You know, all those like really like bad pickup lines. Oh man. Alright, so we're gonna trim a little bit of the abyssal line right here. So it's gonna be these. And it's because of the temperature, right? I want it to be touching the cold abyssalite, so we could mine out all the hot stuff. Hopefully that helps cool everything down. It's probably very minimal, and I should probably just trim down the abyssalite even thinner. But for now, I think we'll be alright. Oh, there we go. So we might also want to move the gas crusher a little bit lower. The gas levels has steadied out, so moving this lower makes a little bit of sense so we could have less unbreathable gases. And then it might be time to just mine through the ice biome. I don't want to, because it's a nice amount of cold energy, helps out the mealwood. I'd rather mine out the other side right here though. Maybe that's the play. Maybe we trim this part. So we do maybe something like this. 1, 2. And then hopefully the guy with the suit doesn't get stuck here. And then we could extend this ladder down and start mining out this salt biome. And then probably this ice, which I don't really mind. We could get to it like this for now. I want to trim this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically I could just go down and mine everything out, which is pretty sweet. Trim that. Trim those two. Everything's looking all right. Still a little bit warm. Some of the temperatures around, yeah, 80 degrees. That's enough to have dupes passed out without suits, which is not great. We have a lot of idleness. My god. Okay. Looks like we're sweeping today, boys. Y'all need to clean up. If y'all ain't doing anything, y'all need to clean. Can you win the game without using vents? So food. This is a vent. Is that what you're asking? I just want to make sure. There's a lot of different things in the game that could be referred to as vents. So I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Alright, so this got trimmed down. Let's go like this. Let's go like that. This got trimmed down as well. So I think we want to go like this. Hey peeps, what's going on, Taxdu? How are you? How's the days today? How is the Thursdays? Do anything today, man? Maybe prepping for the Thanksgiving stuff? Resource vent. Resource vent. You're talking about geysers then, right? Vent is not the proper word. You're talking about geysers. Right, you're talking about these buildings. There we go, there we go. Because vents in this game refer to the gas vents. And then there's also the liquid vents. And then there's also the geyser vents. Some of the geysers are called vents. But honestly, you shouldn't call them that because there's so many other things. People typically refer to them as geysers. Now, when it comes to that, it depends. So beating the game requires you to do these two objectives, right? Some people even look at it as you could play with only one of these objectives completed and then you beat the game. I look at it as you got to complete all the objectives, so it's a little bit different. Now, that being said, you do have alternative ways of generating things to make sure it works. But the problem ends up being how slow it is, if that makes sense. So it's possible under the right conditions. So this right here is a oil reservoir. You need to have oil to beat the game, at least in the base game. On the DLC, you have more options, so you don't have to have oil. But in the base game, you need oil because one of the things you need to build is a petroleum rocket. The petroleum rocket is going to be the rocket you use the most in this game, because you only go for steam rocket because you unlock it from the get-go, and then you use that to get data banks to get into petroleum engine. That means you only use the steam engine for like 7 trips at most. If you do more than 7, there's a little bit of efficiency loss, but that's probably because you were inexperienced, and that's fine at that point. But all experienced players understand they could probably get to petroleum engine relatively quickly, and it takes around 7 trips. It's not that bad. So you could actually do it in fewer if you're really good. But, you know, I'm not really going to get into min-maxing. So once you get into the petroleum engine, you're going to have to continue doing your rocket missions for the databank research right here. And you need that until you get to hydrogen. Problem is that once you get to hydrogen, you actually don't have the fuel resource in order to actually launch the rocket. You could build it. Building the rocket with steel is not bad. The problem is that you need to continue using your petroleum rocket engine until you could get supercoolant. Once you get that, it makes it a lot easier for you to streamline the fuel. And not gonna lie, you can't make supercoolant without using a weird exploit that just takes a long time in general. And I'm not gonna lie, man, you could use the exploit to make the supercoolant kind of bypass by using a thermal regulator, because you could loop hydrogen indefinitely until it hits the freezing point and becomes liquid, and then you could use that for oxygen as well. It's just very time consuming. So if you don't use this because it's considered a geyser, you need to have access to slicksters. That's this critter right here, because they produce oil. Now, there's other things as well you got to think about. You need water. So if you have subsurface ocean, you could last a long time because you don't really need water when you have thousands of tons of salt water everywhere, right? So this makes it a lot easier, and that just means that once you run out of water, you lose, and you don't have to use a geyser because it's already there. So it's one of those things where it's like it's technically possible under the right conditions to not use geysers, but you're making the game extremely difficult for yourself. Extremely difficult. So technically, yes. Has anyone done it? I actually don't know. Tax Dude, please do not trauma dump on my channel. If you want to talk, you can DM me, but I don't want you to bring that vibe here, man. I want to keep it good vibes. I don't want to talk about that, bring up bad vibes or anything like that. Please, Tax Dude, that's one of the rules, and I want you to abide by it. Killer Renee, what's good? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Wednesday today. Oh, they just pumped water and dropped it on the ground? That's rude. Rambo coming in with the prime. Thank you so much, Mr. Rambo. How are you? Welcome back to the city. Enjoy the emotes, the 20 dice ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the support. Thank you for the 8 months, Rambo. How are you, good sirs? How is the days? How is the Wednesdays? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good one. Oh, flag. Doing pretty good, you? Honestly, I've been struggling to wake up. At the so I've been watching a lot of the motivational, like, improve your lifestyle things on the YouTube. And one of the things they recommend trying out is waking up a lot earlier so you have more time in the day in the sunlight to be more productive. So I'm trying to do that. Man, it's a struggle, dude. Waking up really early is tough. we have a little bit of hydrogen leaking out, which is fine. So, what's happening is that I recently had to meet up with someone. Yeah, I'm not a morning person. I'm a night person. Stay up late night. And what happened was is that I was meeting up with one of my old mods yesterday, Steph, and she wanted to wake up pretty early. So the meetup time was not that early, but I have to wake up, shower, make sure I don't have that the like I gotta smell good. Meeting up with a person for the first time, I gotta have a good impression. Gotta make sure everything is good, right? So I have to wake up a little bit earlier. And not gonna lie, it helped me out because today I was able to wake up earlier than my average. So I woke up, I was able to make French press, coffee, lounge around a little bit, give Mamba his head rubs, do a lot of the morning stuff, and take my time with it. And it was really nice because even though I was taking my time, I was able to complete everything before I was supposed to stream. So I was able to start like 15 minutes early. That's pretty good. How much earlier am I supposed to stand up for more sunlight? I wake up 5 a.m. already. I'm getting all the sunlight I can at this time of the year. It depends where you live, Renee. Not gonna lie. Like if you're in some parts of like Alaska or like Norway, where you don't get a lot of sunlight, man. Sometimes, dude, it's tough. But yeah, if you do get like normal like sun time, like if you live in like closer to the equator, it's pretty sweet. A lot of the things I was seeing the videos about, I mean, it's all probably BS, right? They're just doing it for content. A lot of the people, they wake up before the sun's even out, so they could get started before the sun's out, and then when the sun's out, they start to do physical activity. So they do a lot of like prep work, stretching, maybe the morning coffee, doing a little bit of meditation, and maybe they check up on the news, whatever, right? And then once the sun's out, they go out for a jog or something. I'm like, man, that's pretty impressive, because that means when you get back from your morning jog, you're kind of just ready for work. And it makes sense why they do it like that. It makes a lot of sense. I used to get up at 4:20 a.m. every day for a long time. It was dark for 3 to 4 hours, lol. It's dark. The birds are not even awake. Why am I awake? Oh, man, I see a Rambo. That's impressive. I'm not going to lie, though. I used to hear that the older you get, the more susceptible you are to waking up early. And I don't know why that is. They say that, like, yeah, when you get older, man, you just wake up in the middle of the night and you can't sleep. And then it's like, they just stay up. I had a lot of my old bosses tell me that when I used to be in accounting. They're all finance guys, right? And they're like, yeah, I used to wake up 3, 4 in the morning, and I just can't go back to sleep. So I just turn on the news, get ahead on my finance reports, and then after that, I get ready for the drive to work. Sometimes I'm even at work early. I'm like, why do you want to be at work early? He's like, I got nothing else to do. And if I get all my stuff done already, I'm just kind of just chilling for the rest of the day and maybe leave early. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But it's like, damn, dude, waking up that early, I love my sleep. I cherish it. So to me, it sounds like it's not worth it. But to them, they kind of like live and die by it. Same at my old job. I feel you. And waking up, that's crazy early. Real Guitar, what's good? Hello, hello. Ready for sleep? Not work after the jog? I see you, food. I could see, though, that if you were to jog in the morning, you could have things where, like, because you jog in the morning and you're in the cold, you kind of get that shock and you wake up. Yeah, you're going to be tired, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Because I've woken up before just to go outside to jump rope, and I felt like I wasn't sleepy because of the cold feeling, and then my body heats up, right, and I'm already breaking a sweat, and it's like you're tired but not sleepy. I don't know if that makes sense. It's more like a bodily thing. All right, time to remove the fire pole. That's not going to be needed anymore. Waking up 5 a.m. for the past 10 years? Oh, that's strong, dude. See, here's the thing. I used to wake up 5:30 a.m. every day for 7 years for school. Because I used to go to the school in the morning, take the bus at So wake up, shower, walk to the bus stop. Bus picks you up at 6:15. I get to school at 7:30. School starts at 7:50. So I get there in time to have a little bit of a breakfast and have to go to homeroom, right? That's both middle school and high school. And I'm not gonna lie, man. After I graduated from high school, I never wanted to wake up early again because I had to do it for 7 years as a kid, waking up for school. That I was like, dude, I don't want to do this ever again. And it, in college, you get to pick your class times. I picked all night classes, man. I'd wake up late, have class lecture at 7 p.m. It'd be like that sometimes, man. But yeah, waking up early, it's not the business. At least not for me. I'm not a fan. I get up at 4 a.m., but aware most of the time before 4. Oh, dude, so you're just in bed, maybe on the phone. That's tough. I hated it. I sleep in most days past 10 a.m. because it's warmer, it's better. Dude, when it gets too warm, though, I automatically wake up. That's just me, though. Right now, I'm just, I hope I'm never going to lose a bet that makes me do that. Lose a bet to make you wake up early? Oh, man. Well, who bets that, dude? That's so evil. Hey, man, if you lose this bet, you got to wake up 5 in the morning for the next month. Like, how are you even going to keep track of that they're actually waking up? Can't you just schedule a tweet, schedule a text? Yeah, man, text them I'm awake at 6:30. I'm just going to still be asleep. Another thing, even when I got up, I didn't eat until noon most days. I live in Washington. It doesn't get too warm normally. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you're up north. Closer to Canada than you are to Mexico. That's kind of crazy, man. We look at Canada as the cold and Mexico as the hot areas, right? Because, I mean, it is. But it's like the United States is perfectly in between. That being said, another thing brushed my mind the other day. Why is it that when people say Americans, it's always referred to people in the United States? However, when people refer to Europeans, it could be any country in Europe. And it's not that we're North America. I mean, we're in North America, right? So it's like, wouldn't Americans kind of encompass Canadians, Americans, I mean, United States citizens, and people from Mexico? I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's one of those things that I've never really thought about. I'm just like, why is it like that? Why is there no consistency? Why is my things shuffling about? There we go. Water sucks. I don't know if I want water. Water's pretty good, though. We have a lot of water, so maybe not. We have Pufflets tamed already, so I don't need that guy. And then we do need to get to 110, so I do need one more dupe. These guys kind of suck, so we're just going to reject them. The summer's insane, though. Dude, it gets warm, man. You guys had forest fires up there. It was pretty wild. I mean, not only wake up early, but also doing this workout stuff. It's not a workout, though. It's not like you're lifting weights. You're just going for a jog, trying to get your heart rate up. Right? Isn't that how that is? It's not like you're going to go to the gym, lift the weights till you're like physically dead tired. You're just running a little bit to, get your heart rate up. And you're not going to like run a marathon, right? Maybe jog a mile or something. The US is the only country we actively hear from, so it feels like America is only consistent to the US and nothing else. So we link US citizens to America when we hear it. It's weird though, because it's like you guys, we also use the word European, and it's never really have like a target country. It just encompasses everyone in the EU, right? And then, dude, Saitama images, 100 push-ups, 10-kilometer jog. You can't give up. You always got to do it every day. And then you're going to end up being just as strong as One Punch Man. Alright, we're waiting on this. We need to trim out the Abyssal still. It's a little bit, so I'll wait for that. And then the Mr. Pip, he's planting the pinch of pepper nuts. Sweet. And then let's see what's happening at the bottom. Alright, so we got the ladder. So we could start trimming. Alright, so I could actually do this. No, I can't. I need to do this. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we mine that out. And then we mine everything else below it as well. Okay, cool. Set that up. This side we have access to. I should probably do another drag down for the ladders. 1, 2, 3. Let's not go through the ice. Is there slime lung? Not slime lung. Zombie spores in here? No. It's clean. Okay, that's nice. This is locked. So that means they are delivering ice here. My ice count should be low, and it is. Okay, so that works out. Let's sweep this. Oil as well, being swept. I want to mop this up, man. I want to mop this up so that we could just use this as an oil line. There is a pitcher pump there, so they can't pump. Not even mad. Alright, so this has a lot of CO2. And we have this here. I think we're going to dump the oxygen back into here. We have it from the suit canisters, right? From the worn out suits. So we're just going to dump that in because I think it's a little bit low. And it's probably not helping the heat transfer from the cold -40 to the +40 here. In 12 tiles, we have an 80-degree swing in temperature. And I have temp shift plates. That's crazy. Right? So it probably doesn't help that this is all CO2 gas, even with the door crusher setup. And this is a 3-3. Oh, it's a 7-7. I could probably lower this to 5-5. So we crush more CO2. Yeah, this is all filled now, producing dirt. Hopefully it goes up. Okay, so we need this ladder built, and then this is going to allow us to mine up the top. Once we have this ladder built, we'll start trimming out this chunk of mass, fossil, igneous. There's a nerve vacillator as well, which is not bad. That being said, so we have a volcano here, and we're going to use that for some petroleum boiling. One of the things about this is that we're going to need space. Petroleum boilers are pretty spacious. However, everything's going to be relative to the volcano area because that's the heat sink. Now, technically, it shouldn't matter because of how we could just have the heat sink overextend. But the longer the heat sink, the longer it's going to take for the heat to get there and how you could transfer more heat than necessary. A lot of the times, though, with door automations are going to be fine as long as you have a steady stream of oil. The moment you run out of oil, or if it's a low amount, that starts to become an issue. It starts superheating, might get sour gas, that's going to break the build. Things to worry about, of course. I could actually start crushing again if I wanted to. I just need this this gas to steady out. Okay, so they did this. 1, 2. So if we remove these two ladders, we could connect this side and start mining this out. Okay. And I think we also remove the pokey shells from the other area. Let's capture this guy. Gotta throw a pokeball, which is not bad. Mop that up. I don't want to mine this, so we're going to ladder through instead. And then this side, it is a little bit warm, so we do 1, 2. Should trim this out as well. Just do 3 for now, and then we'll wait for the ladders over there. This got trimmed out pretty fast. And of course, there's nothing much we could really do with the abyssalite. I just kind of want to mine it out. Melting abyssalite. 3421. I mean, we do need it for insulation. And then we could feed it to the abyss bug. But not gonna lie, there's not a lot of uses for this. Overheat temperature plus 200. This is the pre-release shenanigans when they allowed you to use abyssalite as a buildable resource. And it was pretty OP. Didn't they replace it with ceramic or something like that? I might be wrong. Oh, this is going to be Earth. Ha! The 4 planetoid cluster. This is almost always, you're going to see old Earth. Because that's not common for planetoid clusters. Oh, we're only at 190 for the tear. Oh, that's easy. That means I might be able to put more dupes per rocket. Ooh. More dupes per rocket? That could be a thing, man. Alright, ladders built. That's this and that. And then we're just worried about trimming up the top. They should be able to make the jump, mind the things, just don't stand up top. That's the only thing that could get them stuck. And then... how is the rocketry stuff? Is the Abyssalite trim done? Nice, okay. So, ladder here. Let's go for another trim. Over here on this side. Yeah, we need to go for that. And then the hydrogen starts getting released, which is fine. I need to remove all the random gases anyway, so this is just going to get removed. Sealed up, right? So the vacuum is fine. Okay, so I actually don't want to have this hot water at 95 degrees Celsius spill down going to the desalinator because of the fact that it's hot. Right now we have a nice sweet 35 degree temperature, salt water, and of course that's converting into water for our SPOM design. I could tap into this, but because of the insane amount of liquid we have here, 50 to 60 tons per tile, we're just going to use this till it runs out. And then we'll do something afterwards. This should be catching up. The oxygen, yep. We can already see the oxygen making a dent into pressurizing this room. Hopefully that helps out produce, have this go down to like 2,000 grams per tile. Because this is up there is 3,000. That's going to allow the gases to pressurize and crush a little bit earlier. Pretty sweet. This is working. The slime lung's in the air, but I'm not really too worried about it. And it's only at 2,000 grams per tile, huh? Feels bad. We are helping it out with a gas slime, but it's not really doing much. Okay, so I think one of the things we should do here is start trimming this. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we do this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta go like this. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, here. 1, 2, 3, here. And then it's here. But I can't do that because I need to stand on that to mine that. Okay, so this is going to help us trim out all this abyssalite so that this side, where my dupes are not wearing suits, is going to be able to have the gases flow out. And because it's warm, I do need the cold energy to help out. Alright, so we have no ice right now, right? We're going to do some very, very weird strategies. And as a result, it's going to increase the water level here, which is probably not good. Oh, that's going to fill this back up, meaning the mop we did earlier was kind of pointless. Feels bad. And of course, ice temp shift plates. We're going to cool down the reason. Oh, damn. He's not drowning. Y'all see this? Idle, confined, wild. Glum, hungry, unreachable. But he's not drowning. He should be drowning. That's really weird. The immortal Slickster. Against all odds, he developed gills, and he's able to breathe underwater, much like a pacu in its natural habitats. This Slickster is looking for a way out of the trap that it's found itself in. The modern Slickster finds itself stuck to the cold abyssalite. If you guys have seen Dumb and Dumber, this is reminiscent of Jim Carrey licking the frozen pool with his tongue, as this Slickster cannot pull himself apart from the cold abyssalite at minus 126 degrees Celsius. Sad times ahead for this little Sixler, as his temperature should be dropping as well. But of course, the hot oil surrounding the Slickster baby is keeping it warm. We'll see how long this little guy has, and if he's able to lay eggs and continue his lineage, as they say in the business. Yes, sometimes they're in the weird states. Yo, man, it'd be like that sometimes. Susumu, hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. How are you? How is the Wednesdays? And guys, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Because we're in the middle of the week, middle of the hump, and almost at the end of November. Has anyone ever participated in No Shave November, where you don't shave your beard on your face, and you just let it grow out? Oh yeah, they can actually do that in the ladders there. Okay, cool. So, let's go every other, so we can build out all the ladders. And then that way we get no one stuck. Yeah, ready for the 4 days off in a row? Sounds like you've been having a good day too, legit. I was able to wake up early, thanks to hanging out with Steph yesterday. And, because she wanted to meet up a little bit earlier yesterday, so she hit up some, like, brunch place. You know, I had to be tour guide, legit. But it was a great time hanging out with Steph, and dude, I was so tired from hanging out, going all the places, that I was able to sleep well, I guess. Maybe that was the difference. Able to sleep pretty okay. Ready for the 4 days off. I have a full beard, so yes. No shave November. Wait, so you actually don't shave, anything like that? On November? That means your beard should be even fuller, and maybe even a little longer. I let my beard grow out on my arms. Lol Sal, I see you over there. I see you over there. Have you seen... this is gross because of the idea, but there was a chick that during COVID and during the lockdown, she decided to not shave her armpit hair, and it got so long she was able to braid it, and she had a 5-inch long armpit hair braid. So there's a gif of her just lifting up her arm, and it looks like a Viking beard because it's all braided. It was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. At the same time, man, that's a gross idea. Braiding your armpit hair, man, that sounds... Ooh. No leg shave November through April. Wow, through April? That's hardcore, Lacey. I see you over there. I don't think I've trimmed it in 6 months. Oh, man. So people with the beards, people have seen the face cam stream that I did. Probably know that it's really hard for me to grow a beard, and I'm not gonna lie, I gotta ask you guys, is there anything bad with having a full beard, like the James Harden beard? That's like, you know what I'm talking about, the huge beard? Because it's like there's got to be some downsides, right? I think I used to hear people say that they might find food stuck in their beard or something like that. We're heading into the dating off season, so I get it. Oh, I see you. Eating is always a huge pain. Many napkins. Ah, I see. Was doing no shave November until 2 days ago. Had to shave it because I had to go somewhere. Yo, man, it happens. Especially if it's a business environment. Some people have the, oh, beards are unprofessional idea still. So yeah, I kind of get that. I kind of get that. Kadula, what's good? Hope you're doing well. I could do no shave November and my goatee looks the same. Not gonna lie. People who have seen the face cam know I have a goatee. My girlfriend lives with me already. I don't have to impress her anymore. Feels bad, dude. Feels bad. It's Lacey. Feels bad, man. Live with the girlfriend, no longer have to impress her. Oof. That's an oof, dude. Alright, so I think because of the solar panel, I actually want a ladder through here. So I'm gonna set that up. Uglarvis, what's good? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Wednesdays, a good hump day, and a good week so far. Yeah, at times eating could be a pain. Skincare for that area under the beard could be difficult, so you need to take extra care to scrub. Split ends, pain in the back. Ooh, that sounds tough, man. You get ingrown hairs there too, right? Because like you have so much hair, it just pushes itself back in. Rip girlfriend. I know, man. Rip girlfriend, dude. Not gonna lie. It feels bad. I do tree work normally, and your beard is part of your resume. Do you actually put that? I have a full 3-foot beard. And I also have lumberjack shirts that are red and black checkered. You know, the stereotypical, man. The stereotypical lumberjack shirt. The red and black checkered design that's plaid. Got that 3-foot beard off of the chin. Right? Of course, you also have a trucker hat, if you like wearing hats. The ones that are breathable in the back, that are mesh. But on the front, there's like, you know, it's a logo and it's a cap, right? Dude, that's the classic right there, man. That's the classic. Hello, two legitimate friends. Uglarvis, man. How are you, man? How was the Wednesdays? What is good? Beard split ends? I didn't ever think of that. Yeah, it's one of those things. That's like, unless you have like just amazing DNA genetics for the oh, someone's getting wrecked. Dude, what are you doing? They did not fix the atmosuit glitch. Come on, man. What are you doing, dude? This guy just ran through with the Sparkle Streaker, bypassing the checkpoint, taking damage now. Somehow he's slower than the dupe with a suit on. I don't understand, dude. How can you be that slow? I guess it's from the damage, right? Light wounds minus athletics. He's slower than the guy with the suit. Nope, nope, he's catching up. He's catching up now. There we go, there we go. Wow. These dupes, man. How did he run past the checkpoint? You were holding your breath? This is all breathable, dude. That makes no sense. Hey, legit, one of your dupes is trapped. Oh, shit. One of my dupes is trapped. Aw, Emily. Do you have dig skill? You do. Okay, we're just gonna clip the corner. Emily, dude, that's a volcano, man. Why'd you decide to get trapped and just continues working? Okay. Appreciate that, Jub Nom Nom. After you got initial length of an inch, gotcha. Yeah, beard lumberjack is the best. I have a white and black, but close. I wish more guys rock beards. They're quite nice. Look to it. No, the problem with the beards that it's lacy is that not everyone can grow a luscious beard. That's just the truth. Not everyone could grow a nice full beard. That's the difficult thing about it. You kind of have to have like the luck of the dice for that to really work out. Sawdust is called man glitter. Sawdust sucks, dude. You do not want that on your body because if... Come on, man. You gotta stop getting yourself stuck. This guy's hungry. You should go eat. Why are you just standing there? Alright. Move to the bottom first. Hello? Listen to the commands. I'm at the point of the game where the dupes are just Why do you climb up to do this? Oh, I can't go back down. No, you can't mine that anymore, man. Jeez. These dupes just trying to get themselves stuck. God damn it, man. My Steam account just turned 19. I should check mine as well. I had Steam ever since it came out because I used to play a lot of the Steam games. So they actually forced you to download Steam back in the day because of that's how they wanted to have people play their games, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I should probably have a pretty old account too. Let me actually look at my profile. I'm only 18. Aw, feels bad. Uglarvis out-ages me by 1 year. Member since April 26, 2004. So you got Steam before they forced you to merge? That's impressive. That's actually pretty impressive. You got Steam before they forced you to merge. It gets all in the beard. It's you know why it's bad? Sawdust is one of the things that easily messes up your lungs. And that's one of the things about woodworking, the dangers. If you don't have a good filtration system and you're not wearing a mask for that, you're gonna eventually get like sawdust in your lungs and it's gonna be bad because it gets everywhere, dude. Sawdust in the sky sometimes just doesn't fall down. Like when I'm saying sky, I mean like the top part of your woodshop room. right? That's like where the lights are and all that. Dude, it gets bad, dude. Fair enough. It's a duper bet, dude. The dupes, man, they don't want to listen. True. About difficulty growing a luscious beard, dude. I tried. E-record. That's how I know. I tried myself. I was like, I'm growing a beard. Gotta do it, man. Who's gonna stop me? And you know what stopped me? My genetics. My genetics basically said, yeah, man, you can't grow one of these, so, you know, better luck next time. And I was like, ah, man, jeez. That sucks. Alright, so we want this to go all the way down so that we could clear out some of the debris down there. My beard looks like a gold beard when I grow it. It's I keep it small and tiny. Oh, it goes straight down. You got the I think they call that the Confucius beard. The beard that doesn't grow outwards but just straight down because of gravity. Something like that. The Fu Manchu? Is that terminology, man? I am not familiar with the terminologies nowadays. I see you over there, food. I got this goatee. That's all I could do. That's really all I could do. Alright, check out the temperature of the room. Once the bottom part right here gets to 35, I might want to start turning off the space heater. A lot of the top parts are ready, though. But I think I need a little bit more heat energy so that the dash of salt vines don't counterbalance the heat and make it so that the pinch of pepper nuts can't grow. Feels bad. Okay, so we got that vacuum down. Let's remove this. And then we're going to have this become a suit line. We'll close this off, but we'll leave the ladder there for now. And then we'll put a checkpoint after we're done. Okay, so back to the oil at the bottom. Let's trim this. Looks like a dupe might actually get stuck. I hope they don't. AMA, okay then, what's good? My Lakers? No, my Lakers lost last night, so I can't say that. What's good? Have you ever had a wet burrito? It's pretty delicious. I would put it in the good category. Alright, we're gonna put some ice temp shift plates here. And the logic is that we're trying to cool down the oil with the ice that we have. So I'm just going to take the ice from here and build the temp shift plates. How's life, I mean? Life's pretty good. Hanging out with chat right now. And, dude, just trying to have a good stream. Dude, that doesn't sound delicious, to be honest. Dude, once you've had it, man, you will understand. So you know what a burrito is, right? A burrito is that wrap in tortilla, rice, beans, onions, meat of choice, right? And, dude, a wet burrito is they take that burrito and you put other things in it too if you want, like avocado, sour cream, if you're into that stuff, right? Depending on how you like a burrito. And then they put cheese on top, shredded cheese. They put it on the top-down oven so it melts. And then they pour sauce on top so that the salsa is kind of soaked into the tortilla. And it's great because it's basically a giant enchilada. It's kind of like a giant enchilada, man. It's messy, but I honestly think that's something you have to eat with a fork and knife. You need a fork and knife. Anytime I get a wet burrito, I always get a fork and knife from the place I get it from. Because I guess that's expected. I guess that's expected. Gotta eat it with a fork and knife. But dude, it's great, dude. Great stuff. It's one of those things you should sit down and eat. Not something like a burrito that you could eat on the go. You know what I'm saying? Where yeah, I'm in Cali. Right, really close. I'm in Southern California, so I'm close to Mexico. We have a lot of great Mexican food over here. It's man, it's great. It's great. Yeah, West Coast, man. We have the variety because we're in LA. Well, I'm not in LA, but LA's pretty close by, so everything's pretty close by for me. And man, it's pretty good. I miss Mexican food in Cali. I moved away to the Midwest a couple years ago. Dude, I have friends that moved to New York because they got a job over there. And they say the same thing. I miss the Mexican food in Cali. The Mexican food here in New York is not the same. And I was like, but that's New York. Shouldn't it be pretty good? They're like, no, it's not even close. And it's like, I don't know what to say to that, man. Because I've heard there's pretty good Mexican food in New York. I just don't know. I guess it really just doesn't compare. Oh, he's going to fall, dude. Nah, I'm going to cancel that. Okay. Can you mine it while standing on that tile? My ladder's not finished yet. I don't want this guy getting stuck, man. That's going to be a pain. All right, so this is going to help out with the hydrogen stuck in this pocket. It's going to leak out. There we go. That's the strat. There we go. There we go. You're in Sacktown and still tons of good food. Damn. Yeah, it's as north as you could get, man. Still in Cali, though. I guess it counts. Burrito with a fork and knife, man, dig your hands in it. This is the same guy that just complained about it being messy. And he's asking me to eat a wet burrito with my hands. Makes total sense. The Netherlands here, we've got a lot of great food because of immigrants. Yeah, that's how it is in America too. 100%. There's a lot of ethnic food that we have that's just non-American by, any scale. It's just non-American, right? And yeah, man, there's some pretty nice food options. All right, we're gonna get the steam engine, first one. Wait, this is an invalid build location? All right, we gotta replace this with tiles. Nah, not me complaining. I see you, man. I see you over there. But yeah, having so many different cultures it's great. So much good food. All right, let's all harvest the sweet wheat grain right there. I do want to trim this slightly. Zandroff, what's good? I see you over there. Happy Wednesdays and happy hump day. If you, celebrate the halfway mark of the week. Get the mining in. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we want to trim that. Okay, cool. Trim that as well. Oh, I see it on the Twitch. So I'm stuck in my game. I need to get into space, but I'm lost. Already have all the tech. No way. You can't have all the tech because it requires you to go to space to get it. Zandroff, base game DLC. I forget. I'm sorry. Base game or DLC? If it's base game, I could help you directly. Oh, spaced out. Okay, so you have the DLC. So I can't show you any examples because I'm not playing on it, but I could still help you out. So what part about launching space or rockets has you kind of mixed up? We could probably help you out and explain kind of like the goals you should actually keep in mind, things like that. So it should be easier time. I was yesterday. Did you have fun? Yeah, it was great. We went to, so I was basically a tour guide, right? Because I had to basically do a lot of the, how do I say this? Like, Steph is not from Cali. So, I had to do a lot of the tourism stuff, which makes sense. Basically, showed her around. There was a couple spots she wanted to go to because she heard about from friends, right? Oh, if you go to Cali, you got to visit this place. And it was pretty cool. Hit up some of the shops. Of course, went to the beach. Cali, got to go to the beach, right? We have like 7 beaches over here in Southern California alone that are all pretty big. So it's like sand everywhere. Cold water, though. It's the only downside. But, yeah. I didn't get into the water. I can't swim. I need to watch your vid on Spacefarer layouts. I don't have a deep list of layout designs. But is it just Spacefarer layouts? We could talk about those if you have questions. Like if you have anything specific about that. But yeah, we went, hanged out, hit a lot of, please don't talk about cold water. Rattlebone, do you know anything about the Pacific Ocean hugging the coastline of California? It's water directly from the northern cap, right? It's from the ice melting. That's why we have cold water. If you go to the Gulf of Mexico or if you go to the Atlantic, that's warm water, where Florida and New York is, right? Texas. A lot of notable states like that do that. But yeah, for the most part. No, I get that. And you guys also don't have a lot of warm temperature there as well. But it's still cold water. Like, I know it's not as cold, right? But it's still cold. I just don't understand, man. It's still cold. There's no argument about that. It's just we shouldn't be comparing ice to water. As Oni teaches us, that's different states of matter. You do not compare solid to a liquid. I see you over there, though, Radamo. It's still cold water. Depends on where in Canada, right? Some spots high temps in the summer. I guess it's like how up north you are. Some of the, yeah, some of the areas are does get warm, but it's usually like comparatively, we wouldn't call that warm in the United States. The only reason why our water isn't frozen is because it's moving. Vancouver area, yeah, probably not too far up like BC. BC's probably very cold. Oh, you were teasing. It's hard to get the vibe, right? Because you got to understand you're talking on the internet. It just seems like you're being how do I say that? I don't know what's the right word for it. It seems like it's like you can't say that's cold. It's colder here. Yeah, being a dick, right? Because you're just speaking and you're not, doing anything that kind of makes it seem like it's teasing. So there's no tone when you're talking in chat. It's hard for me as a streamer to kind of filter that out. And because, we're on the internet, it's hard to really be like, okay, he's gonna be like that. See, but I don't know that. How am I supposed to know that? Yeah, right. Tom of Twitch knows Twitch etiquette. There it is. How am I supposed to know that? Not offended. It's just I took the teasing the wrong way, and it's not gonna change until you kind of understand where I'm coming from, right? Because it's like I don't know you at all. I don't know the type of person you are. I don't know if you're a troll. I don't know if you're a wholesome guy. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. Or I don't know if you're non-binary. There's so many things I just don't know about. So it's like, dude, I'm making this just like, hey, you're just another guy on the internet. And it makes it tough because it's like if I take offense and then, I get mad and then you might be like, okay, I don't want to hang out with this guy anymore because he doesn't understand a joke. And it's like, dude, that's not a fair chance. Right? I don't know. Just looking at it from my perspective, it's hard for me to like do anything about that. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just it's one of the things. It's hard to depict tone of voice while just writing words, right? That's why the emojis exist, the emotes. It helps us put kind of like a tone or a because it's a popular meme, kind of like understand if it's a joke. It's tough, which is why it's like a lot of the times, people want face cam, right? Because you get to see the reaction and the emotion behind it, right? But then as chat, you guys have no face cam, and the only thing you get is emojis to express your, emotions and feelings. Emotions behind the text. Yep, Ramble knows. Ramble knows. Did the temperature drop? It felt like nothing happened with my temperature plates. I see you over there, Rambo. Are you having a Friendsgiving before the actual Thanksgiving right now? And you guys are having a scrumptious dinner, as they say in the business? I see you over there, man. I do. Mamba judges you. Oh, you just doing one just for the fun of it. I see you, man. I see you. So when you said that you wake up at 4:20 in every day in the morning, was that just kind of innuendo? Yeah, I wake up 4:20 every morning. He just started lighting one up right there. That was a real time. Okay, okay. I thought you just said that because you were just lighting one up or something. All right, man. I see you over there, dude. I see you, man. Hello. How are you? Hope you're okay. Still don't understand this game and will never play it. So, but it's so calming to watch. Yo, hey, if you ever want to learn, if you ever want to pick it up, I think there's a sale right now. I might be wrong. I saw someone posting that Oni was on sale, but I really just don't know. But if you want to learn, if you want to check out the game, let me know. I'll be happy to explain, help you out. And dude, it's a great game. I would 100% recommend it if you're into science and like management games. Especially if you like RimWorld with a heavy dose of science. Alright, so the game wants me to build some insulated tiles here out of obsidian. So we'll have to do that. We have to do this because they are not allowing me to build a steam engine floating in the air, saying it's invalid. So we have to build some tiles here that doesn't melt. So it's going to be obsidian insulated tiles, slow heat transfer. So even if I do get to a hot temperature, it's not going to be too bad. And then since it's obsidian, great melting point. We have 27, 26. I think we can use ceramic too, which might be a little bit worse, but it's less conductive. We've been adopting Thanksgiving dinners for Christmas. Don't have Thanksgiving over here, and turkeys are amazing. Ah. You know what's funny? When we have Christmas dinner, it's basically Thanksgiving round 2, which is why a lot of Americans gain weight in this time. It's winter, you gotta gain weight to fight the cold. And then also because of the fact that, I don't know why, I guess turkey's cheap. They literally just have the same thing in Christmas all the time here. Can anyone else confirm that? Or maybe it's just me and my family. Like, it's basically the same food dishes. Turkey, chicken, mashed potatoes, right? String bean casserole. You do prime rib for Christmas. Oh, yeah, prime rib is pretty Christmassy. I will say that. For whatever reason, I always see prime rib on Christmas in American homes. That is true. But it's still a feast, right? It's still, I mean, we have ham on Thanksgiving, though. But it's still a feast. It's still a feast, right? Like, it's like a dinner, meal feast with a lot of main dishes, a lot of sides, build your own plate style, family gatherings, all that jazz. Yeah, most of the sides are similar. Yeah, to me, it feels like it's just part 2 Electric Boogaloo when we have Christmas. And instead of Thanksgiving, we just give each other presents, right? It really does feel like that sometimes. Alright, I'm pretty sure I could do this. And then we'll start removing all this stuff. If I can, yeah, we can go through the ladder. Let's remove all the automation wires. Remove the switches and the gate right here. We've got the neurovascular. Duke checkpoint's going to be removed. Can recommend it as well. Very interesting to get into. Once you get into it, you really see extreme depth to keep you busy for ages. Yeah, it's a great time sink, and that makes the game worthwhile, in my opinion, to learn. We're out of water already. Okay, man. Polluted ice. We're coming in. Alright, so temperature's cold. What temperature is it leaving at? 20 degrees. Let's do 24. Let's make it a little bit warmer. There's no water in here as well. Let's also do 24 here. Get a little bit more leeway before it goes into the cooling setup. We might even want to do... Yeah, 24 should be fine. So polluted ice here, we're trying to melt it, pump it into the reservoir, stockpile the cold water, because this is inactive right now, for another 15 cycles, so that we could cool down the mealwood so they could keep growing. Look at this, man. This is 10 degrees. Yet this row immediately on top of that 10 degrees oxygen is overheated. It's wild, man. Temperature exchange. My in-laws here have started with ham on Thanksgiving. I've never been more furious. You always got to start out with the turkey. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I am always strategically late for Christmas. For Thanksgiving. if I do go, I'm not going this year. And I'm not gonna lie, man. It's I hate waiting. You smell the food. You're like, oh man, when's it gonna be out the oven? You gotta go once everything's already cut and served. So you just you go there, everything's already ready. Oh, we're waiting for the croissants. Ah, shit. You gotta show up late, man. That's the strat. You can't, dude. You don't want to torture yourself. Not only that, if you have like siblings that just had kids and they're like very unruly, that's the worst. Yeah, they make you babysit. Hey, I'm in the kitchen. Can you watch over little Johnny while I prepare the turkey? Right? And then they're just in there with my other siblings, just chatting it up with their wives, like my sister and my brother-in-laws. I mean, my sister-in-laws, right? They're like, oh yeah. And I'm just like, man, why'd I gotta take care of the kids? Man, why I gotta hold the baby, man, for hours? Can we just put him in the crib? That'd be cool, right? We go to the crib. It's wild. Mighty Stooch, what's good? I see you over there. Hope you're well. I feel like more dessert stuff comes out at Christmas and candies. That makes sense. Candy canes, a lot of stocking stuffers typically are small pieces of candy, I believe. And well, not that it's common or that you have to do it. I just feel like it's the easiest thing to do. Like either the miniature candy canes or mini chocolate bars, things like that. I prefer hot ham to turkey. At this point, turkey is normally dry and ham is juicy. I've had dry versions of both. I've had juicy versions of both. I just take whatever's good that year. Like, I don't prefer one over the other. It's like, hey man, it's cooked well, I'm eating that. Cthulhu, hey man. Shout outs to Michael Jordan. Shout outs to Michael Jordan, Cthulhu. You know what it is. It'd be like that sometimes. Landruff, you're right though, it is normally dry. People tend to overcook the turkeys. You're narrating my trauma back to me, dude. That's collective trauma. I'm sorry. All of us in chat probably experienced that. Deep fried turkeys hit. No longer have that issue. I've never had deep fried turkey. That sounds wild. Deep fried turkey, dude? How does that work? Alright, so we're gonna start trimming out the... There's almost no... we could curl it back to the right side. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So let's put this here. We're gonna start trimming this so that we could open up the volcano. Build the ladders for that. You can get a slab of turkey at Walmart and it's vacuum sealed in a marinade, and that is delicious. I see you over there, man. Just the breast slab of turkey sounds weird. Oh my god, it's the best. Dude, I've never had deep fried turkey. It sounds amazing, but it's like, didn't they say, like I've seen those, have you guys seen those viral videos? Where the guy is like, I'm about to deep fry a turkey. And he puts the turkey into the deep fry, and it just shoots out all the oil everywhere. Like, it just shoots out. And it's because they didn't thaw the turkey, and it was ice. You guys seen those videos, right? There was like a viral thing. Yeah, well, yeah. But like, I remember when that came out, everyone was saying, oh man, it's dangerous to deep fry a turkey. Oh my god, you shouldn't do it. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I was like, okay, maybe deep fried turkey is not the business. And no one in the family does it. No one in the family does it. I don't know if they saw that video and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. It's always in the oven. I found a tip about overcooking the turkey. A little temp timers popping them are actually set to a temp that will dry them out. Interesting. I see over their e-records. Have you been play testing with the turkeys? Finding out the right temps? Don't be an idiot. Yeah, it'd be like that. But usually those videos, the viral videos like that, they don't tell you the whole story. Oh, the guy forgot to thaw, right? Things like that. So then it's like, you just think that it's normal that that happens. And I feel like there's that misconception, right? I saw a fire department video. The oil was at the top of the pot before any bird was there. What? Why would you fill up the pot with oil? You gotta give it leeway. Wow, they don't think, huh? They're gonna add a cup of water to a cup of full water. So it's just everything you add and spills out. Dude. Dude, and they're a fire department? Ah, come on, man. Dude. That makes no sense. Oh god. Florida man forgets to thaw turkey. Yeah, man, it's wild. You know what else has been viral that I think it's stupid? That's mad stupid. People take their drawers at the refrigerator at the bottom of the fridge. You guys know what I'm talking about? The fridges have, right? The fridge looks like this. And then the bottom drawer of the fridge, where you put your vegetables and stuff, or maybe your fruit, whatever, right? Anything that's like you put in that little shelf. Like, I guess it's called the crisper drawer. I don't even know. And they take the entire drawer, put a marinade to the top, and they put the turkey in. I'm not gonna lie, that's the stupidest thing to do, in my opinion, because you're infecting your entire fridge with salmonella. It's raw turkey. Yeah, because what they don't do is that drawer they're using, right? Kind of looks like this. Right, you pull it out from this side, it pushes in there. They need to put saran wrap on top. That's what they needed to do. That's all they had to do. Put saran wrap on top so that it's sealed. But no one ever does that. And they just slide it back in. I'm just like, yo, man, they're going to get sick before Thanksgiving even starts. Not going to lie, man. It's tough. There's so many things I see. I was like, oh, man, that's a bad idea. Just have to make it tomorrow, Rambo. Yo, man, deep fry it. Gotta do it. And they drop it in to the full pot of hot oil all at once instead of lowering it slowly, dude. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Fortunately, I don't go to the deep fry place since the soup incident. Oh, damn. You had a soup incident? Was it like Fight Club? If it is, man, that's nasty. Don't drink the soup. Famous words, man. Don't drink the soup. When it's in there safe and sound, my favorite part is to smell the steam coming out. Deep fried peanut oil. I see you over there. Read above. No, there's no soup incident, though. I had an aunt of my sister-in-law where I had gone for Thanksgiving for 4 years. Stop everyone from eating. Then she says, next year we're doing soup only. Last year I went there, I copied it. Wait, what? I'm so confused. So you went to your aunt of your sisters-in-law for Thanksgiving. Cool. Had gone for about 4 years. Stop everyone from eating. She then says, next year we're only doing soups. Why? Why would you do that? Yeah, like maybe that's how she wanted to end Thanksgiving at her place. That is a strategic move if I've ever seen one. We're gonna only serve soup so the in-laws stop coming to my house. Yo, man, that's a strategic move if I've ever seen one, man. Yo, man, who's coming? Hey, man, I don't like them when they're here. All right, man, we're only gonna serve soup. Even my brother and his wife quit going there. Dude, that must have been a strategic move, man, to stop the visits from happening. Because no one in their right mind, I mean, unless she had to, you know, convert to a different diet. And my brother's the one who's frying the turkeys. Yo, man, you should have them host then. Hey, man, you remember those days where we were eating deep frying turkey? We gotta bring it back. Yeah, man, I'll just do it at my place. And then, bam. Resurrection, dude. Oh, it'd be like that sometimes, man. That's tough. That's tough. That's crazy, man. You can only do so much about those things sometimes. Alright, so we're going to make a steam box to fuel up our design. We'll probably just have it right here so I don't have to build background tiles. So, we'll build it probably... Because when we launch, the exhaust is going to be here. So maybe I want it just really close by. So I probably want to do up into the ladder. I have a 1 space gap here, might as well. I'll line it up. And then I want to have 2 space gap, liquid lock. Right? So that has to go in like that. And then after that, it only really needs to be this big. Because all we're going to have in here is a pump. And we're just pumping up steam. And then all we need to do is add in water. And then we're going to have a dropper. Either with a dispenser or we automate it with a loader. Either or would be fine. I'd probably do the dispenser strat. And then I will change one thing up, though. Because we're going to be bringing a lot of hot items here. There's already some on the ground that I want to... Yeah, look at that heat, dude. It's so hot. That's one of the things I was worried about. If we were to mine up the top, all of the hot items up top fall to the ground, and we have a bad time. So we're going to actually modify the ladder. So over here... We're going to go like that. And then once that's built, we're going to build a insulated tile right here to catch anything we drop while moving up and down the ladder. And then we're going to need a bottom emptier here. And then also, I need to make more steel. I'm probably going to need a lot more, right? So, steel production's got to go back up. The coolant's all cooled down again. Steam is at a low temp, should be. And we can build a lot, so let's just go for 99 steel. So once we run out of iron, or whatever the resource is, we'll just make some more. The first year I showed up, I brought mashed potatoes. She kind of yelled at me and that she can't eat them. I said, it's what I was told to bring. I did 10 pounds mashed potatoes and brought none home, so clear everyone else wanted them. The soup thing was the last straw, dude. And that is your sister-in-law's aunt. Hey, man. Hope she's doing well, but dude, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I am gonna put the temporary fire pole here, just because I've been going up and down so long that I might as well just make the upgrade. No, I did never. Yeah, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It is what it is. At that point, like, can anyone really be mad? Let's put some ice temperature plates here. Cool down the area. And yeah, want to start cooling that out. Alright, so here, we're going to have a cold buffer. I want to make one of these because of the fact that this does not fall off. Let's actually do a little bit closer. We're going to make a cold buffer. There is warm air right here. And we're going to open this up. Problem is that this is warm, which is going to bob my wild mealwood. So we're going to put some ice temperature plates, melt it, have a pool of ice water, and that's going to buffer the temperature between the two layers. This is starting to fight the cold energy with the warm energy. Maybe we should do one of those here as well. We're trimming out the abyssal light for now, so it shouldn't really matter too much. But we need to start cooling down the oil biome. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, I forgot we're mining out this chunk. So we should be able to just mine this, mine that, and then we'll wait to go across to here. So we're going to do it like that so they don't make the jump up top and get stuck. They can mine across right here by standing here. It should be fine. Okay. So the volcano is open. First things first, got to mop up the mess and sweep it out. Got to make sure the volcano is clear. We'll vacuum that out later on. Not really too worried about it yet. And then... let's see. We're still trimming this part out. So let's deconstruct these, deconstruct that. Let's do a 2-tile trim here, 3-tile trim there. This is a 1-tile trim from the top. We could do work on that side. This is a gap, so have to clear that out differently. My wife makes the best bread pudding. I'm excited for that tomorrow. Ooh. Bread pudding is always one of the things I really want to get good at because of the fact that you could use bread pudding, make a slice of that on the grill, becomes French toast. Have you heard of that, Rambo? That to make the best French toast, you should start by making bread pudding the night before, and then you just take out the bread pudding, slice something from the container, put it on the grill, and heat it up. And then you get like the best combination. It's not almost. It's exactly the same stuff. It's just that you let it marinate, and that's the big difference. You let it basically soak up as much as it can, and then you remove the moisture by cooking it, and it's like you get all the flavor. Yo, man, I heard that's a game changer, dude. It's a game changer. All right, let's do these right here, and these two as well. The key part of bread pudding is the bread needs to be a bit stale. Yeah. Also, the choice of bread also impacts it as well. The difference between like a baguette or white bread or brioche makes a big difference. She does a mix. That's perfectly fine. A good variety of bread types is also pretty good. This is the satellite living planets. All right, we're gonna go to here. Just picked up the game. Any tips? The tip I would recommend is play the game first and enjoy yourself. And don't follow videos in the beginning. Not until after you played the game. And the reason why I say that is because when I got the game and I tried to follow the guides and videos, everything was either out of date or it just made no sense to me. And it wasn't until I went into the game myself and played the game that I started to really understand why they do what they do. So you could follow a guide, but you're probably not going to have fun. So, I mean, I don't want to say that you have to play that way. That's how I would recommend it. That being said, if you're looking for play tips and advice, I would say this. The biggest thing in the beginning is not knowing what anything does in the game. So, I recommend building a colony, learning the navigation tools, how to move, how to set up the dupes, how to establish some of the things in the game, like the bathrooms, right? You'll learn as you play. But because of the fact that you don't know what some of the buildings do sometimes, let me show you this. When you're inside of a game, you can hit escape, go to options, go to game. You have something called sandbox tools. When you turn this on, you get a button right here that says sandbox. And that allows you to immediately unlock all the research, and then you get access to every building in the game. And then you could insta build, and you could also spawn things. That allows you to play around with the buildings as you're learning the game. So let's say that you're learning the game and you built your first bathroom setup, right? Because you need bathrooms. One of the things is that you could upgrade your bathrooms by getting new tech and replacing your bathrooms with the old design with the new design. The old stuff is kind of like a porta potty, and then the new design has pipelines so that you have automatic flushing and whatnot. One of the things you might not understand is how a water sieve works. This actually removes or transforms or processes polluted water into clean water. Of course, there's some other things about that. So you could actually immediately build this, and you can see all the things you're going to need in order for this to operate. Because the biggest thing is not knowing how to get the building to run, how to get it to run well, and does it do what it think you does it do the thing you think it does? Man, that's a lot of words that I just repeated. So you know, in your mind, you might be like, oh, this does X, Y, and Z. I wonder if it's as effective as I think it is. And you might not understand how it works, right? So that's actually where it benefits you because of how you get the knowledge of how it actually works in the game. You're going to be able to apply that knowledge on your colony. And then you could always turn off sandbox mode too. So you go back to your pre-immediate research. You don't have the ability to spawn anymore. And then you just play the game again. So by having that ability to kind of sandbox in and learn the game, you're going to have a better foundation for yourself. After that point, I would recommend trying to get to cycle 100, right? And after you do that, try to see if you could go as further as you can. If you can't, if you get stuck, that's when I would recommend asking a streamer, someone that's really knowledgeable, maybe me. I'm a walking Wikipedia. I know almost everything about this game. You could also, if you don't want to talk to me, maybe you don't like my voice, maybe my character, whatever, right? You can find other people. And there's also YouTube. A lot of guides and tutorials over there. And I also run a YouTube channel. So I have a lot of guides and tutorials myself. If you really want to, all of my playthroughs of Oni's on there as well. So my VODs, right? my full stream unedited videos. So with that, what you could actually do is start up the first episode, part 1 basically, and it just goes up as my streams go up, and you get to follow along to see what I do as an experienced player so that you could actually achieve the same results. I also do a lot of explanation while I play as well, and of course you could always ask live, but I would recommend trying out the game, learning with the sandbox tools, and then try to get as further as you can. I will say that though, if you ever get frustrated because there's a lot of things that are not really taught to you in this game, that's when you should ask. Because you shouldn't be frustrated while playing a game, and you really a lot of times need a little bit of knowledge, understanding how something works, how something operates. And with that, you're going to be able to have fun. Do the things you're going to want to do, and the best thing about it is when you don't follow the tutorial video, you go at your own pace, right? Because the experienced players have a higher pace or a slower pace because they understand their limits a little bit better. So with that, that's what I would recommend. Let me know if you have any questions. Ciabatta French and Italian this year. Ciabatta bread and bread pudding? That's really... I've never heard of that before. Set the tool filter the building for deconstruct. I see you, geek. Don't be afraid to restart. What is the fertilizer maker for, legit? Do you know the farm station building in the room layout? So right here you have something called a greenhouse, and it enables a farm station use. That is this building. This building allows you to transform your fertilizer into micronutrients, and that's applied on either your wild plants or your farmed plants. That buff doubles the growth rate. So if something takes 3 cycles, it gets cut in half, so 1.5. Now the thing is that that's only possible if you have the resource fertilizer, because the micronutrients come from the fertilizer. So you need to have the room for that building. I have an achievement that requires me to have every room type. That's actually why I have it. Where is it? It's for the achievement. I don't use it. I just have, yeah, right here. Get a room. Have one of each room type that's possible in the base game. Stable, greenhouse, washroom, bedroom, great hall, rec room, hospital, nature reserve. So of course, greenhouse requires the farm station. Cool. Thanks for the tips. Gotcha, man. Let me know if you need any help. But otherwise, man, enjoy the game. Have fun. Saltwater, sure. So we have one more dupe we're going to take, or we go up to 121, which I don't mind, but let's just stop at 110 because it's laggy. And I don't want to take this guy's bottomless stomach. This guy's a murderer. I don't like murderers. So we just take the saltwater. Of course, guys, people of chat, it's your boy me too, Legit City. And you guys are watching my stream live. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help. But it's your boy me too, Legit. Y'all know what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys have a good Wednesdays. Make sure to ask the questions, man. If you guys need the help, I'm happy to help. Don't gotta worry about it, man. You guys won't be annoying me with the questions if you guys are just learning the game. Don't worry about that. Ask the questions if you need it. And of course, have fun. That's gonna be the biggest thing, right? Always about having fun. Alright, so we're gonna get to here. We're gonna trim this. We could do both of those, should be fine. Alright, we're still building that. No temp shift plates here. I might be the dupes not able to do it, which is fine. Let's not do that then. Let's just do the ice down here and try to hope for that to work. And then we probably want to go over here and start trimming this out. A lot of the things here are cold though, so I don't want that to drop into the hot environment and eventually heat up. Oh, this area is dropping pretty fast. It's already at 60. Maybe the temp shift plates actually was a good idea. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Alright, so the top should be ready, right? Let's build our rockets. So, we're going to be on these 8 tiles. I want to be offset to the right. And the reasoning for that is because we're going to have to open 2 bunker doors regardless. And... oh... Okay, so yeah, so on the rockets, one of the things about the rockets is that I don't have to have a door muncher setup like this that deals with the regolith, right? Because every time you lift off the rocket engine exhaust, basically melts all of the regolith, I believe. Right? Every time you land and every time you lift off, all of the regolith gets deleted, I think. So we should be fine. I also want to redo my ladder a little bit on the left. And then that's because I have to line that up. I was thinking about using fertilizer to make coal, sage hatch, but the dirt cost seems so high. Is fertilizer a trap? Yes, fertilizer is a trap. Typically, fertilizer is not something you really should do because of how it works on a percentage scale. It's a trap because you think it's only going to benefit you, whereas you're only supposed to use it on plants with a long life cycle. So the best example is probably looking at sleetweed grain. Sleetweed grain, this is a cold plant that gives you a grain type that you can make into frost buns. So you could see that the wild growth cycle is 72 cycles and the domesticated one is 18. You could see that because of the long life and because the fertilizer is a flat 100%, so it cuts the growth time in half. The longer it takes for your plants to grow, the more valuable the buff is to that plant. That being said, you don't want to use it for mealwood. Because even though it cuts it in half and it doubles your calories, you're not really getting that much of a gain, if that makes sense, because of how it's a percentage scale. So it's a difference between gaining 1.5 days versus gaining 36 days, or cycles, I'm sorry. So yes, fertilizer is a trap, but it's pretty strong, and because of how you don't really have a lot of ways to generate it, you don't want to use it. You do, yes, have a fertilizer synthesizer, and it does cause a lot of dirt. And you could use this, but usually you're probably going to want your dirt to just grow the plant from the get-go, right? So as you say, yes, it's a trap because of the dirt costs. Now, when you're looking at things that actually eats dirt, making fertilizer is not that great of a benefit as well. One of the best things to spend dirt on, in my opinion, is shovels. These guys will eat 5 tons of dirt every cycle. 4,800 kilograms per cycle. And not gonna lie, it's pretty good because each one of these, when they die, they lay an egg and they give you 20,000 barbecue. 20,000 kcows of barbecue. You can see that I have 1 million kcows of barbecue right here, and that's because of these guys. So I would spend dirt on these guys because you get higher quality food and because you don't have to spend that much time every day to bring dirt to the plants and all that jazz, right? A new log entry. Oh, we got that from scanning. Shattered planet. Oh, it was one off. Feels bad. I thought it was on this row. So that being said, yes, it's not worth it. And, you know, part of what I love about this stream is that I don't always know the questions to ask, but I'm lurking and listening. I learned so much. Definitely enjoy my own game so much more now. Hey, Gotcha E Records is happy to be able to make it a little bit better. Have a good stream, legit. My human took some food out of the fridge, so now I can fit it and reserve my freshness. Wait, what? What does that mean? No, you're good. You're good. Oh, he's role-playing food in the fridge. I get it now. No, that's fine food. Anything that's wholesome, good-hearted, I usually like when it comes to those memes. Wholehearted memes, dude. They're the best. Grub greater than fur. Grub stacks with fertilizer. That's the crazy thing, Rambo. Grub and Sweetle individually stacks with fertilizer. One or the other. You can have both of them stack. So Grub and fertilizer or Sweetle Rub and fertilizer. You can't have both Grub and Sweetle though. They overlap each other. Dead Beefa, good morning. Hello. Poetic Artist, what is good? Hope you're doing well. I see you guys over there. Welcome on in. Also, Fluon, hello. Hope you're doing well as well. Also, no, it's not applicable to mealwood, as I remember. Oh, you can't use fertilizers on mealwood? Feels bad. I actually don't play with fertilizer too much, so maybe I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, that's crazy. Why feed them dirt when you can feed them regolith, which is literally falling from the sky? That's a great question. One of the things about the regolith that's falling from the sky is that it's hot. And if you didn't know, there was a recent update that actually makes it so that if your shovels start heating up, they actually don't give you shovels anymore. So if you click on a shovel and go to its egg laying chance, there is a delectable variant. And look at that. This happens when the body temperature of the shovel reaches a range of 60 to 100 degrees Celsius. The regolith falling from the sky is actually at 200 degrees, right? Right here, 321, 300. Now, of course, it doesn't really matter if it's 300 degrees. They're not going to die, right? Shovels have an insane living range, minus 200 to plus 500. However, because of the change in egg chance, and if I actually click on the delectable egg, you can see that it gives you half the amount of meats. So you go from 16,000 to 8,000. Now, that's not the worst part about this. The worst part about this is that this delectable cannot be starvation ranched. That's actually why you don't see delectables in my ranch. It's not because I'm trying not to get them. It's a 2% chance, and I have seen 5 of them in my playthrough. It's just that when they die, they don't lay an egg. So that's the end of the life cycle. So you don't want to feed them regolith because it increases their chance. I just sweep regolith, run them in the automatic trail through steam turbine, which cools down to 120, and then feed them again. Great food, free power. It does. It does. It's great food, free power, but you're still going to get delectables. Right? That's the problem. You're still going to get delectables because your steam turbine only brings it down to 125, which is still way above the range of your egg chance. That's the reason why. You could do it. Don't let me stop you. I'm just saying that's the reasoning why I'm not feeding them regolith, because I want to keep my shovels basically passive. I just have 2 ranchers, brush them every day, and we just get free food. There's no hassle to it. Pretty good. Finished the puffed Rigas for today. Nice Fluon. I see you over there. I see you over there. They're going to make a puff that eats hydrogen, watch. That'd probably be OP, man, if it gives you solid hydrogen. Seems pretty efficient and change the logistics of oxygen. Also, byproduct, tons of oxalite. Dude, that's sweet. You have to pressurize it, though. Otherwise, it starts melting, right? Do delectables drop an egg get fat? Yes. They just can't be starvation ranched. That's the biggest difference. If you do ranch the delectables, you probably have to feed them. And then the upside, though, of getting these guys is that you can actually shear them with the shearing station, like the Drecos. And what you would do is you would get tonic root. Tonic root is what you would use on the gas range for something called curried beans. Curried beans is if you have nosh beans, you can make a curried beans food, which is not bad. The problem is that it requires nosh beans, and nosh beans are kind of a pain. Needs to be in CO2, requires dirt, and then ethanol. Ah, oh, God. Minus 25 to 0. It's worse than sleet wheat grain. But we could plant it and start growing it, and the upside is that every harvest you get 12 beans. So it's not just 1 bean, so it's not bad. Are they crowded debuff in there? Yes, you want that, though. Oh, wait, no, you don't. You don't get the crowded debuff. I'm sorry. They're shovels. Shovels never get crowded. Shovels do not have a space requirement in this game because when they bury themselves in the regolith, they are trapped in a 1x1 tile. If they had any space requirement, they would be confined, which means that the moment you break into the space, all the shovels are not going to be able to lay eggs anymore unless they pop up on top, right? So in order to allow shovels to lay eggs underground like they do, oh, there's a shovel? I thought they all died. What the hell? No, they have no space requirement. You could put them in a 1x1 and they'll still be fine. There is no space requirement for shovels. The only thing they have is if they get sad if I don't brush them. If I don't brush them, they get sad. That's it. Outside of that, they're all happy. Well, we're trying to starve them so we don't feed them. Be like that sometimes. And they also don't cramp because they don't have a space requirement. This is actually why the shovels are the best. They're so convenient and they give so much food. It's off the charts. There was a delectable egg? Ah, shit. No, there's not. Lied to me, man. I have a lot of eggs down here. No delectables, though. Hey, I'm back. On my way home with KFC. Oh, I see you over there, man. I never knew, but KFC actually uses chicken gravy. It makes a lot of sense. They're, they serve fried chicken. But I've never thought that the KFC gravy was made from a chicken stock. That's one of the things I never actually knew about until I got older. Alright, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll just go with 7. And then command capsule. And then we're going to need a gantry. Oh. I think my gantry is going to get hit, right? Feels bad. No, it's not beef. Nope. It's chicken. There was a video that went viral, I think 7 years ago, 10 years ago, where one of the workers made the gravy and showed us how to make it. You don't use butter. You use straight up vegetable oil, and basically you put it in a frying pan and have it heat up. Then you just toss in flour, make a roux, and then pour in chicken stock, and that's literally it. Doesn't gantry fold in both versions? I might be wrong. Doesn't gantry fold in both versions? If this is too close, because it looks like I have to have that here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to relocate my ladder, dude. It feels bad. Which might mean that I have to relocate this setup. Do you know what brown butter is? You know how butter normally is yellow, but then you have something called brown butter? That's the same thing. They just brown the roux. So if you ever eat Cajun food, that's what they do. They actually cook the roux a little bit longer so it's brown. And it gives you a distinct flavor for a lot of the Cajun food base. I believe that's also what they do. I mean, they're deep frying their flour basically because they have that like rolling hot before they add the flour in. Whisk it in, add chicken stock, and then simmer it. But yeah, there's almost no spices. Yeah, I used to work as a Creole chef. Yeah, so you know about the browning of the roux then, right? That's what they do for the gravy. And then the chicken stock, yeah. It's brown, but it's not like a deep dark brown. It's a little bit mild. It's like a little bit more... It's darker than Obama's beige suit, but it's not a brown gravy. Like, it doesn't have that deep dark color. You know what I'm saying? It's darker than that beige suit, but it's not that bad. Sag, no brush? Oh, man. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Cajun. Tamba Twitch. Cajun. That is what we call food that's from the Creole area. And it's French Creole. So, Cajun is French Creole food, if that makes sense. I just made some gravy last week from the pot roast juice. Good lord, it was amazing. Oh, God. Dude, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for gravy. Gravy is delicious. Gravy is delicious. Just saying. Yeah, Cajun. I'm sorry, my accent. It sounds like I'm saying Cajun, like Asian. Very sorry, very sorry. Did not mean for that to sound like that. French Crayola. No. French Creole. Is it Crayola? Isn't that, you know, what the kindergartens eat when they're at school? Eating the crayons? Why is this taking so long? Oh yeah, the crayons. I remember that. Someone talked to me about that, and I didn't know about the theme. Creole is how I say it. Am I saying it wrong? I might be saying it wrong. I'm sorry, man. I'm from Southern California. Please forgive my accents. Dude, it was messed up. We were having dinner when I was with Steph. And Steph got an iced tea. And I was like, can I get an iced tea as well? And then he brought me out water. I was like, dude, where's my iced tea? And he's like, I heard you say water. And then Steph's like, yeah, you said water. And I was like, did I really say water? Is my accent that thick that I can't enunciate my words? Felt bad, man. Felt bad. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that sometimes. Cajun. I really don't know, man. It's like I could try reading the words. I don't know if I'll get it right. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if I like. I'm reading it still. You know, it's not like I hear you guys in my earphones. Hey, you gotta enunciate that way. But yeah, Cajun food. It's if you watch X-Men, Gambit was supposed to be historically Cajun. He's supposed to have that French Creole accent, but you know how Marvel is. They didn't actually, have that guy played correctly. And he was my favorite X-Men, man. Growing up, feels bad. I like the card throwing gimmick that he had. Been really enjoying slow roasting caveman short ribs too. Happy wife, happy life, they say. That's true. The famous words, man. The famous words. But yo, man, not gonna lie, man. I don't know why, there is an appeal to when people do like the caveman stuff. Oh, that being said, Rambo, you might be a good person to ask, because I'm thinking about food right now, right? So, have you guys seen the stereotypical cartoon? The meat, and then there's a stick, and then it's a piece of meat like that. You know what I'm talking about? Like in every cartoon, video game, even anime, right? They have that meat bone right here, like the double round parts, and then it goes in and it's like a slab of meat, and they just bite into it. Isn't that a French dish somewhere in the world? Like it's actually named. And what they do is like they take like the bone from like the cow and then they put something on top of it and cook it like that. What is that called? I looked it up before and I found the name, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. No. It's not a drumstick. They actually take a giant piece of bone from like the cow, and then they actually do something to the meat. It's not actually like a slab of meat. I think it's like grounded up. They mix stuff with it and then spread it on the outside. Osco Busco? That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if that's it. Osco Busco. I'm saying that wrong probably. Not a T-bone steak. No. That's a steak. I know what that is. This is specifically, I know it's French. Because when I looked it up, I remember like, oh, that's a French dish? No, not a tomahawk steak. This is not naturally like that. They actually take the bone off of something else and then take ground meat, put it around the bone, and then they deep fry it like that. So that they could have it seem like it's like that, but it's not. It's breaded, yes. Lightly breaded on the outside. It's like gyro meat sounds like. Gyro meat. I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. T-bone schnitzel, maybe it's schnitzel? I've had schnitzel before. They don't typically have bones though, right? I don't know what dish it is called, but you could do that different cuts, and it's called Frenching. Oh, isn't that where you take the meat off the bone? It might, yeah, I've heard of that term as well. Schnitzel is pork fillet. Yeah, there's no bone, right? It doesn't have to be from a chicken. It could also be a beef bone. And I think the meat of choice could vary depending on chef to chef, but I'm not sure. Yeah, schnitzel doesn't have bone. I've had schnitzel before, so I don't think that's it. Maybe meat lollipop. It just doesn't sound like that's the official name. That sounds like what you would call it if that's the first time you've had it, right? That's what it feels like. Not that I'm saying that Geek's wrong. I just don't think that's the proper term that they use for that. Of course, I might be wrong. Maybe that's exactly what it's called. It just feels weird that it would be called that. Let me catch up on chat really quick. Gotta say, too legit, you're one of the most clear talking streamers I know of. Thank you. Tomba Twitch. Oh man, auto scroll. No worries here. Gotcha, man. Doing that rib is lollipop. Doing on ribeye is tomahawk etc. But it's not a steak. It's not actually something that comes out of an animal as is like that. It's something you prep up. Yeah, that's on the spit. But this is served to you on the bone, though. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they serve it with the bone. They serve it with a bone. Yeah, and it's breaded on the outside. Lightly breaded. And I believe it's deep fried. It literally looks like that. And I believe before you eat it, you could take out the bone, just pull it out, and eat it fork and knife. And it's supposed to be like elegant, high class, while still resembling the caveman feel. Yo, man, with our powers, we become Captain Planet. Hey, man, anything to save the environment, man. You know what it is. Gotta do what gotta do. I believe it's breaded, yes. If I recall correctly, Osco Busco is shin meat. Oh, okay. French trimming, it might be. But that's how they do the drumsticks, right? This is actually like, they French it, but they actually don't just take the meat like that. I think they ground it up and put it around it, and then they mold the shape. I found it before. I gotta look it up again, man. Because I think what happened at the time was I was playing a video game. I was not playing it. I was watching someone play a video game. And one of the things they had in the video game was one of the characters was a top star chef. And one of the things that character made for the other characters in the video game was that dish. And he called it something, I forgot, and it was French. And that's probably why I don't remember it. It's not an English word. So I gotta look it up. I gotta find that again. I don't even remember the game. It was from so long. I don't remember the game. It was from so long ago. It was like 6 years ago when I saw that. Old video game as well. I gotta look it up. I was hoping someone knew in chat though, because that was something that I was like, I've always wanted to. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's one of the things I've always wanted to try out because it sounds delicious. You know? Oh, I'm messing up. Alright, so we need the extra ladder there to just even reach the things. Okay, cool. Osco Buko is just the K sound, is shanklet, so just shin meat. Yeah, okay. I have to look it up. It's been processed and put back. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. It's like a step beyond just Frenching the meats that's on the bone. So it's like, it's close when you guys describe Frenching and all that. But I don't think that's exactly it. Because it looks like the video game cartoon image of the meat on the bone. Like, it looks exactly like it. It doesn't look like a proper steak. It doesn't look like anything like that. It looks exactly like the caricatures that you have in the cartoons and stuff. It would definitely be something like shish kebab, maybe. I've seen the kebabs, yeah. But that's not it. It literally looks like the picture of the meat on the bone, man. Have you guys seen One Piece? You guys know who I'm talking about? Turkey leg looks like that too. Have you guys seen One Piece, the anime? When Luffy's always eating a piece of meat, that's what it looks like. It looks exactly like that. That's what I'm talking about. What should I do with all the phosphorite for my Drekos? If you didn't know, your Weezwards actually need to be fed phosphorite, 4 kilograms per cycle. Outside of that, phosphorite's kind of useful because it's one of the easiest things you could use to make solid tiles. So phosphorite in this game comes from the Drekos, right? You could actually melt it at 243, which is not too high of a temperature. You could reach that with Aqua Tuner. And melt it to phosphorus liquid. If you didn't know, phosphorus liquid, you could make a setup like this. And then I believe you could drip it out. I might be wrong. But when you have that, the phosphorate liquid solidifies into a solid tile of phosphorus at 44 degrees. Right? So if you keep your base below 44 degrees, you could make natural solid tiles this way. It's one of the ways you can make solid tiles for your pips if you don't want to use the door exploit that I'm doing. Oh, we got Cuddle Pips. Let's go. 2%. This little Pip's the MVP. I see over there we got one of those cuddle babies. Outside of that, you could use it for fertilizer as long as you have dirt. Because the fertilizer synthesizer that we have right here requires you to have phosphorite and dirt. So phosphorite and dirt. So technically that is also an option, but I don't know if you want to go down that route. It's up to you. Yeah, bottle empty works well for this. One full bottle, one tile. It's very convenient. But yeah, that's the things you could do for that. I planted reed fiber in my nature reserve and put 2 cuddle pips in it. That's smart. I should probably do that too. I had joyous seeds for decor value instead. Sometimes you just gotta have the decor value. 25 from the Jumpin' Joyous. That's not a bad idea though. That does work. That does work. You ever seen the Impractical Joker where they make speed dates while eating 2 full turkey legs? Wait, what the heck? I've never seen that. Dude, what the hell is that? I've seen, you know what I've seen before? That was mad funny. There's like a blind dating show. I think it's in Europe somewhere because I think everyone on there is like European. And I remember there was an episode where, so how it is that they don't know each other, they just know names. And then there's a button in the middle if one of them wants to say next, basically. Right? And what happened this one time was this girl was just rejecting everyone. Yeah, the oil's full. I got to do something with that. This girl was just rejecting everyone, right? And so this guy comes in and he doesn't do anything crazy. He just is like, oh, you have wine. And he just pours himself a glass and she's talking. And he's like, yeah, just nods to the questions, starts drinking. And then he takes her glass, starts drinking her wine. And then she's like, I'm just going to chug the bottle. Starts chugging the wine. And then she's just watching. I'm like, wow, he's just chugging all that alcohol. And then he just hits the button and leaves. I thought that shit was mad funny, dude. This guy was like, she's not taking this seriously. I'm just going to drink the wine and jam. Oh, man.